Okay, so today for writing, you are going to add to your essay. We're going to finish the body today of the essay. So let's just review. You have your introduction already, and some of you might need to go back and look at screen number 2 that's coming up here, how we constructed our introduction with the book title, author, claim, thesis statement. I'm going to show you an example in just a second. Then we started our body where we're putting our evidence and then an extra sentence to explain our evidence. Okay. This was our template for writing your intro. Okay. I just wrote one for SALT. Okay. So here, right here where I'm highlighting was my introduction. I read the book SALT by Helen Frost. SALT is a book about two boys. One is a Native American boy, Aniqua, and another boy, James, whose family moved from Pennsylvania to what is now Indiana. Both families lived close together in the Fort Wayne area. This book takes place in the early 1800s when the settlers were trying to move westward and settle where the Native Americans already lived. Lived. I'll have to change that. Conflict happens between the two groups of people, and James and Aniqua are caught in the middle. However, I believe that Aniqua and James will continue to be friends for a long time. I highlighted that because that is my claim. Then, the last time we did writing, I started with my claim for the body of my essay. I think that Aniqua and James will continue to be friends for a long time. Based on what I read in the book SALT, James and Aniqua have a special friendship. That's kind of part of the claim, I think. They'll continue to be friends because they have a special friendship. At the beginning of the book, and there is my transition. At the beginning of the book, Aniqua and James played together often, even though they didn't speak the same language. I think this shows that they will remain friends because their friendship was so strong that they had their own way of communicating with one another. Okay, so that's my first reason. And you guys did your first reason. If you did it on the day it was due, I've checked everyone's. I hope that I tried to comment on everybody's. Okay, so now we're going to add a second reason. Okay, so I'm going to go over to these slides. These are great ways to start this one, transitional starters. I think I'm going to pick another way. That would be a good way to start my second piece of evidence. So I'm going to go to my story. I'm just going to continue with the same paragraph. Our body is just going to be one big paragraph. Okay, so what did I say I was going to type? Another way, oops, I guess I have to actually type. Another way that I think James and Aniqua's will remain friends is because, let me think about this. Another way that I think James and Aniqua will remain friends is they had several disagreements throughout the story, yet always made up, at the end. Okay, so I'm going to take my evidence from the book. Let me make this text box bigger. There we go. I'm going to think about a time in the book where they had several disagreements, because that's going to show that they're going to remain friends. So I'm thinking about the time when Aniqua, or James thought Aniqua was stealing his, what was it, a rabbit? I think it was a rabbit. One time, or let's do in the middle. In the middle of the story, there's another transition starter. Whoops. In the middle of the story, Aniqua, oops, James thought that Aniqua was stealing his rabbit, I think it was a rabbit, from the trap on purpose. After James thought about it, he realized that Aniqua was just trying to help him. Okay, another way I think James and Aniqua remained friends is they had several disagreements throughout the story, yet always made up in the end. In the middle of the story, James thought that Aniqua, it's always good to reread, that Aniqua was stealing his rabbit from the trap on purpose. After James thought about it, he realized that Aniqua was just trying to help him. This shows that, I'm going to change that. This is another reason why they will probably remain friends. Okay, so there's my second reason. Okay, notice how I have found ways to put that claim in every now and then, just so my reader knows what I'm trying to prove. Okay, then I would go on. I'm just going to keep going here. Oh, don't be difficult. Lastly, James's family helped save all, or some of the, I'm going to go to a next page. Hold on. See, hold on, I did it wrong. There we go. New slide. I'm going to move that up. Okay, so I ended here by saying, lastly, James's family helped save some of Aniqua's family's special items in their house before it was burned down. Okay, I chose this. Let me just change the font because you know I like having the same font. I don't even remember what I used. Was it that? S. Okay. Okay, so they help Aniqua's family's special items in their house before it burned down. This shows that not only is Aniqua, don't judge me on my typing. This shows that not only is Aniqua special to James, but that their whole family is special to James's family. And wait, when families care that much about each other, it helps keep friendships strong. Right, so do you see what I did? I'm going to go back. They didn't speak the same language. Okay, that was number one reason. Okay, number two reason was they had several disagreements throughout the story, but always made up at the end. That's my number two reason. And then my number three reason is that James's family saved some of Aniqua's family's special items, okay? And I always explained my reasons, okay? So what you're going to do today, and you're going to have access to this, I think I'm going to share this. Well, you'll be able to access the video, so I won't have to. But you're going to add your two more reasons. So when I look at your papers tonight, I should be able to see your whole body of your writing completely done. And then tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Friday, tomorrow, we will do the conclusion together and then we'll be done. Yay! So paying attention to adding your two more reasons and paying attention to adding some of these helpful transition starters. Okay. That's all for today. So I'm going to be looking for your body to be done tonight, the body of your literary essay. Bye.